Well, Adam Garcia is the ultimate triple threat. The Aussie singer, dancer and actor found success on the stage and screen both here and abroad. And while his resume boasts an impressive list of titles over the past 3 decades, we wanted to celebrate this one.
Why did we choose that one? 25 years on from Coyote Ugly, and Adam is still leading man material, recently tackling a more dramatic role in a new film called My Eyes. So, Adam, firstly, nice to see you with your shirt on. Welcome back to the morning show, mate.
No,
it's okay, mate. It's 2025. No. Great to see you.
The memories are much better. That's what I tell people.
Mate, the new film looks fantastic, but first we've got to go back. 25 years, can't believe it. Coyote Ugly. You must have some really fond memories of working on the set. You're still in touch with the team?
I am, actually, yeah. I mainly stay in touch with Piper. We became quite good friends. It was sort of, I think, my second film. I think it was her third. So we were still sort of novices, and it was our first big Hollywood sort of blockbuster. Yeah, I mean, it was incredible. I'd worked on Bootman with Dean Perry, like a small Australian film, relatively, and then to go and do Coyote Ugly with Jerry Bruckheimer and the entire cast. It was extraordinary. It really opened my eyes to just how amazing sort of big filmmaking is.
Yeah, the cast recently caught up for an anniversary. This was in an effort to raise funds for the LA Wildfire Relief. You joined in via Zoom. Does it blow your mind that people are still in love with this movie?
It does. I think we spoke about that. It's one of those films where we thought it would be good. You know, it's Bruckheimer, Diane Warren wrote the music. It's a great story, and then it just sort of caught fire for some reason, and it's almost like a hand-me-down film. It's sort of passed on, and it's wonderful to be, have that sort of. I guess it's one of those, the film that keeps on giving to people, and that's awesome. And this was a really wonderful evening. I hadn't seen Isabella, I hadn't seen Tyra in ages, or Melanie, and actually I know that Diane's house burnt down in the LA fires, and Tyra's house as well. So. It was really personal, and it was a really great reason to get together. And it was lovely to have a chat as well.
Yeah, nice one. Hey, we can't believe it. You've been in London for 3 decades. Nice job on the accent. You took to Instagram to mention the 30th anniversary last year. Let's have a quick look at that.
Decision to come here certainly changed, I guess, the path of my life. Not that I knew the path that I was really on. But anyway, I'm sorry, Mum, for being here so long, and my brother, sorry.
We're still claiming you as one of our own, of course. When you went there, did you think that you'd be there 30 years later?
Not a chance. I was a theatre actor and a dancer, and I thought, I arrived in London with Hot Shoe Shuffle, and it blew my mind. And I was like, I want to try it. I want to try and be an actor in London, and sort of there's me and Ellie. I just finished Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and. It's like the Australian theatre community. It's a wonderful community, and I love the stage as well as doing cinema. And London's an amazing place to do it, and it's given me unbelievable opportunities.
Can we talk about your new film? It was actually inspired by true events. The movie's called My Eyes. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful, emotional story. It is kind of based on Suzanne Chambers, who plays the lead role. She plays Alana. It's more of a fictionalized sort of account of the experience that she had. She met a man at the 2000 Olympics, and they sort of had this relationship. And years later, she's written this story about the idea that this family, of which I play her husband Sam, and our daughter are seemingly perfect, and our daughter gets diagnosed with a genetic eye condition that's going to cause blindness. And of course, we all rally around our daughter and each other to try and sort out what we can do. And in that, it turns out, as people just saw, I'm not the biological father, and obviously that starts to put pressure on the family and our relationships and how we're going to deal with this. So it's a really lovely story about how people work through really traumatic things.
Sounds like a very emotional role, really heavy. How do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, it's not an easy one to sort of imagine those sorts of traumas. I mean, we've all had breakups, we've all had people who have been sick, we've all had those sorts of threats. Well, not everyone, but I have at least, and you sort of draw on that. It's so wonderfully written that it was. The one thing I can say, it was really easy listening to the other actors present the sort of information, and you sort of reacted off that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so that's sort of, but yeah, I've based it off, things in my own life that you can sort of draw upon.
Looks like you had to dig deep, mate. Lovely to talk to you as always. We've got to go because Kylie and I really want to dance on the news desk right now. Good to see you as always.
Thank you for having me.
The Australian premiere of My Eyes happening this Sunday at the Gold Coast Film Festival.
Yeah, and you can catch it in selected Australian cinemas from the 26th of May.